how interesting was that for you? Because again, I talked to players about the uncertainty and kind of not knowing what next steps are. I'd have to imagine it was the same thing for you as far as, hey, this is just some random new coach coming in. I don't know if I'm going to be here anymore, if he's going to want me on his staff. Like, what was that process like?
That part was hard. You know, when we made our decision to come here, which is really not normal, but we moved here in January, or I moved here. My family actually stayed in Charleston the rest of the spring. I really wanted to be the player development guy. I mean, that was a position we had developed. I wanted to, at that moment, get away from coaching a little bit and be more involved in helping kids with what's next as far as baseball and be in the dugout. And I knew I'd get to be beside Dr. Casper, who to me was one of the biggest parts of our program. So I knew I'd get to pick his brain on that mental side of it. And then things just went bizarre with a lot that happened. Next thing I know, I'm back in a uniform that season. I'm coaching, which I, really wasn't planning on. And then, Coach Holbrook's let go. And you're right. I'm sitting there. We had honestly sold a house and we're living in an apartment in Charleston when all that happened, going, what are we supposed to do? And we kind of waited. When Coach Kingston was hired, I'd stayed on that summer to run camps. He offered me a job immediately to come back, but it was going to be in the volunteer role, which I had to then figure out, can I do this? And I'm glad I did, because it allowed us to have just some more great memories, but more importantly, it allowed my son Hayden to get to be a part of the program he had heard about. He had heard all my stories of, this game, that game, and he's a Gamecock fan, as my wife's a Gamecock. She graduated from South Carolina. So it allowed us over the next 4 years to just have some more great memories. The super regional team, getting to go to Arkansas, some great kids, even on those other two teams. The COVID year obviously was so bizarre. And then last year, a really good team that just ran into some good teams in our regional. But it was just fun for me to get to put that uniform back on again and let my son be a part of as a bat boy a few times as he's growing up. His buddies come to games. And so very glad we got to do it.